Hey everybody, Allie here from Misbehavior, and I just wanted to come and share with you a little bit about some of my favorite fidgets in my class. Some of these are going to be ones that you've definitely heard of, and some will be some new ones because they were definitely new to me until I did a little bit of research. So let's dive in. My first favorite one is a very simple one that I'm sure everybody has, and that's the stress ball. Now this one I love especially. Number one, it's not a circle. So if you drop it on the floor, it's not going to roll around the room. I know you can't really see my table right now, but I mean, it did just kind of fall. But that's only because it bounced. It's not going to like roll around on the table, if that sort of makes sense. So I like how it, and that was, especially designed because this is from a behavior company. So it's flat here, as you can see, and it's kind of flat on the edges, and it's obviously shaped like a star. This is from Conscious Discipline. It is made out of foam, so if you have any students that like to put stuff in their mouth, they're going to bite through this. So just be conscious of that when you're purchasing stress balls or anything that squeezes kind of like that. I've had that happen to me, and it's really annoying and frustrating because you spend money and you take care of stuff, and you have kids that really care about some of the materials in class, and then a student takes a bite out of it. Never a great situation. If you see on the back of this, it says be a star. I know this might be backwards too. I think it's going to be. And STAR stands for something with Conscious Discipline, and it's smile, take a deep breath, and relax. So I love Conscious Discipline. I love the symbol that's on the front of here. If you can get any kind of fidgets or calm down toys that help kids with visuals, and maybe even written language if you have kids that read, it's really helpful. It just gives like an extra feel. It's great. So we'll put that down for a second. The next one is the Tangle. I love the Tangle. It's really simple. Kids could take this to gen ed. I work in a therapeutic school, so we don't really have the luxury of gen ed, unfortunately, but our kids are there for a reason, right? So I love the Tangle because it's very portable. So I will have kids take this to lunch. I will have kids take this to music class. They can carry it. It's super portable. It's really light, and it's not going to be super distracting. The only thing that drives me nuts about the Tangle is you can pull it apart, and when you can pull it apart, lots of things can happen, including each little piece can come off. So just be aware of that with this. You really need to set ground rules with every single type of fidget you use, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, like some of the rules that go along with it. See, I have lotion on my hands. I can't even put these together, so you're going to lose these pieces, and that's happened to me constantly. So I just, it's just something to be aware of when it comes to a fidget or a toy or something that you want kids to be able to touch and tangibly hold to help them. It's just there's a lot of factors that go into it. The next one is a favorite of mine and all the kids in my class, but also there's obviously some liability that comes along with this guy. It's just a stretchy band. So I got this off of Amazon. They're like little gummy stretchy bands, right? The kids love them because they like to do this. Now, of course, it's going to become a weapon. They're going to tie it around their necks or around their bodies or their wrists and cut off their circulation. There's a million things that they can do with this that you don't want them to. But what I love about it is it's a very safe material. It's not sticky, and the kids can pull on it, which a lot of my kids need that for that joint compression and just to get their wiggles out. It really helps. So that's one. The next is my personal favorite, and I love to play with this myself. There, buddy. It comes in a million different consistencies, and by a million I mean, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 6. 6 different consistencies, and it says on here. So this, what I'm using is the green, and this is medium. So therapeutic is, like I said, comes in different consistencies, from really, really smooth to something that's a little bit more firm, and I think that's the black. Like, I can almost not pull the black myself. So that's a kid that, I don't even really know who would use the black. I don't think I've ever had a kid that would be effective for, but, if you've got somebody that's got, really strong grip and just still really needs to be able to manipulate and fold and squeeze something, the green has been the best for my kids. Now, if you're working with kids that have fine motor concerns, I think I've seen OTs like hide stuff in here, and you can make that super academic if you need to, like hiding coins in here and having them pull it out and share what the worth is, or letter tiles, you know, all that kind of stuff, dice. You can make this super academic if need be. Like, let's say you're in an environment where your admin are like, why in the world do you need this? You can really tie in more than one skill at once, which we need to do anyway because we just don't have all the time in the world. A flaw of therapeutic. Now, there are a few. Also, just know your kids. One of them is that, now I have some kids that like to take stuff. Like, they love this and they're like, I'm just going to take it. Stick it in your pocket. It melts. Like, I've had this is much smaller than it normally comes because I had one of my kids rip this in half, which you can take it into 2 sections. It takes a little bit of effort, but 2 sections. Stick some of it in her pocket, and then from body heat, etc., it just melted. So you do need to be careful with it. And my suggestion is, and what I've done is, I haven't really cut this in an area where it's like, hey, just take this and bring it to your desk. That hasn't been super effective for me. But using it in like a more controlled situation, I think is really helpful. But this stuff is magical. It's really awesome, and the kids are super motivated by it. Like, see, I can really put it down. It's really a great tool. Now, the last one that I want to share is one that I was not familiar with, but I adore it, and it's really wonderful. It's a walker. I think that's what we call it. I don't actually know the name for it. I think it's called like a plastic stepper. Now, this came like this. This is how it came in the mail. These are like probably $6 on Amazon. I got it through a donor's choose grant. I got 5 of these. My kids are extremely impacted, most of them, by ADHD. And so they need tools that will really help them get some wiggles out and help them move while they're learning. Without that, we're going to fall apart. So I had to do some serious research to really find something that was going to be effective and really just help. You know, it's just like, hey, I'm willing to try anything. It's $6. I'm getting it through a grant. Like, let's give it a shot. And if it doesn't work for me, it might work for somebody else. So this is how it came. Fold it up. So as we know, this is super portable. Again, really helpful. Love portable. You can go anywhere with the kids if they need to. So what you do is you open it up, and it comes with this piece, which you, let me show you here. Put this together, and you stick this plastic piece on here. So I'm going to do it on my table. You put these pieces down, and this becomes a rocker. The kids will put their feet on here and push back and forth. You can hear it does make some sound. It's not super loud, but honestly, it works. It's been really helpful. Now, what I love about it is that this looks like feet. So it's just an extra cue. This is not to sit on. This is not for hands. This is for your feet, you know? And it gives them like a little bit of a visual, like where do you put your feet, you know, all that kind of stuff. It has some bumps on here, which I like. It has a little bit of some like input, sensory input. I've had kids take their shoes off and put their feet on here. That's fine. And for me, I mean, use your own discretion and what works in your classroom. But I really like this. I really like these. They're honestly, they're folded. I could imagine they break fairly easily, but I mean, my class is really high impact, you guys, like super high impact. And it's still here, living to tell the tale, so it hasn't broken yet. But as you can imagine with all of these items, I think it goes without saying that when you have fidgets in your classroom and you want to use those with your kids, it's really imperative that you teach. You got to teach the kids how to use them. And this is going to be a weapon. This is going to get thrown around the room or half eaten. This is going to be pulled apart. And so the best thing that I've ever probably thought of, my best tagline, I need to copyright it, is it's a tool, not a toy. I say that constantly to my kids. And we go through expectations of what each tool, these are never called sensory toys, they're called tools from the calm corner, which is where they find them in my classroom. And we just make sure that they're using them like a tool, not a toy. So if they're bored, that's probably not always the best time to go get one of these. It's more when you feel like you need it. You're in the yellow zone if you're using zones of regulation, and you feel really excited or hyper, just kind of like, I need to regulate myself. You're stressed out. You're angry. You're tired and you need to kind of get your body moving, right? That's when they need to get a tool from the calm corner. And if the kids are whipping it or tying it around their arms, I'll give them a reminder. And then I'll say, you need to put that back in the calm corner. You're using it as a toy, not a tool. And that cue is enough for my kids. They know what a toy is, and they've been shown the expectations, and they know that. And currently, I don't really have any expectations that are written for calm corner stuff. It's more of just verbal. And for right now, my class, that's enough. You might need to make some written rules and visuals. It kind of depends on the needs of your kids, but I suggest that you do something like that to allow for that to be known, and so your kids aren't using them just as toys and things to toss around. And I will tell you, at first they're going to do that, and they just want to explore it and be around it. Don't give up. When it comes to any type of fidget or toy, you just have to know that it's going to take a minute, and the kids just need to explore it, and like give it a week, give it 2 weeks, give it a month. And if things aren't working out, then reevaluate and see what happens. But these are research-proven things. Like, fidgets really do work. So if you put in the time and the effort, the kids are going to be able to know how to use them, just like any routine or expectation in the classroom. And it really will pay off. I've seen my kids go grab these and use them in super effective ways to really help them manage their emotions. And it's way better than us always having to coax them during a time of need, and they're able to use a tool to help themselves and be more independent in their self-regulation. So if you have any questions about fidgets or where to find any other materials, please let me know, and tune back in for my next video. Thanks for watching.